Salisbury steak? Fried chicken? Mexican? Wait, Mexican? But I'm not hungry, Somebody help, 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 help.
Hey everybody. It's no secret that I'm the biggest, strongest, and most manly YouTuber on the internet. And now that I'm dabbling in food reviews, it only makes sense for me to check out Hungry Man, the line of TV dinners known for their generous portion size.
Warren Sapp is a hungry man. Packed with extra-large portions of the food men love, Hungry Man satisfies even the biggest appetites. Hungry Man, it's good to be full.
And that's perfect for me, because obviously to keep up this physique, I need to eat a lot. In fact, if you've never watched my videos before, it's very important that you realize I'm well known for being very buff and eating a lot of food. All right, no more wasting time. I'm hungry. Let's eat. Shit. Let's start the day off with Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak. Before I do anything, I should probably go ahead and preheat the oven. I didn't really think about doing that. Well, let's go in. Let's check out the box. Comes with Salisbury steak, in-home style mushroom. In-home style mushroom? Oh, so it comes with Salisbury steak in home-style mushroom and onion gravy with creamy mashed potatoes and tender green beans. Includes a chocolate brownie. I've had this one before, many times. I know I like Salisbury steak, and that's why I got it. For those who don't know, Salisbury steak is basically ground beef and some other stuff mushed together into a patty form. I don't really know what separates it from like a hamburger patty, honestly. Apparently it's also known as Hamburg steak, although it's not the same. I don't know what's different about it, but it's not the same. We've got our Salisbury steak in here, a little bit hard to see. Got the green beans, got the brownie, and the mashed potatoes are insanely overfilled. There's a couple things in my Salisbury steak. Not quite sure what these things are, but I'm hoping they're ice. Oh no. Now you cut some slits in the other ones. You're supposed to cook it in the oven for 35 minutes. I'm actually gonna do 40 minutes. I just like to make sure things are done, you know? All right, so while that's in there cooking, let's look up a review to see what people think about what I'm about to experience. Here's a review called Hungry Man Frozen Meals by Farlow. They need to have less sodium, and Hungry Man is the wrong name because it did not fill up my husband. So all of you out there looking to rush out and buy a Salisbury steak to fill up your husband, stay tuned, we have some doubts. I mean, you could argue that it is the right name since Hungry Man left your husband a hungry man. But I get where you're coming from, Farlow. I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm buying what you're selling. I'm sniffing what you're scratching. Here's one that's called Things That Make You Lose Your Appetite. When cut into your steak, see something white. Pull it out and find something white and floppy inside. Not quite sure what Ricky was trying to tell me there, but it does not make me very excited to eat this. There's a couple things in my Salisbury steak kind of makes me feel like I might eat a tapeworm. So I guess I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
And wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait.
Hungry man. Hungry man. I am a hungry man. Would you look at that? Would you look at that brownie? Pretty good looking brownie. I don't know how to get this. This smells really, really good. Oh yeah. You got 2 little Salisbury steak patties. Those are presumably mushrooms. Green beans. Nice hot brownie. Mashed potatoes still looking a little bit scary. I mean, I'm no stranger to instant mashed potatoes, but I mean, something about just the way it looks on the edge here, eh. Now normally I would salt and pepper my Salisbury steak. It just, even though it's loaded with sodium, it just tastes better with salt and pepper. Since I'm eating 3 of these today though, I'm gonna spare my body the extra salt. Plus it'll just be more accurate to review it without adding more flavors. Ding. Ooh, very hot. The Salisbury steak is really good. It's really salty, but man, it's tasty. This is of course not compared to real ground beef or real food. Compared to other TV dinners though, I mean, that's a pretty tasty slab of possibly real meat. Probably not. The green beans are just green beans. It's a lot like corn where it's kind of hard to mess up a frozen green bean. Could definitely use some extra salt, but we're not going there today. Be sure to get these edge potatoes. There we go. Better. Fake mashed potatoes, they're fake mashed potatoes. I feel like it's really hard to describe a fake mashed potato, but if you've ever had one, you know what it tastes like. It's just fake mashed potatoes. The best way to eat these though is you get a bite of the Salisbury steak, get some green beans on there, dunk it in some mash. Oh yeah. Now how about the brownie? I mean, it sure does look like it's all puffed up, but good or bad? I wanted that to be a lot more clean. Strangely, the brownie is the easiest one to tell that it's not real. It's not even that it tastes bad or has a bad texture, but the brownie taste is very faint. You eat it and it feels like you're eating a brownie, but the taste is almost like it doesn't show up until you're done. Now last time I reviewed a series of foods, I used a system called Ian Points. It was a made up point system. I made it up on the spot. It was something stupid that I did to tie the video together. So of course everyone was like, did you know that you did your math wrong?
Technically, it got the most points it should have won.
What I've got here is a chart of emotions. And I'm gonna tell you how this Salisbury steak meal made me feel. I would say that the beginning of this meal made me feel optimistic. And while it tasted pretty good, the sodium content really made me cautious. But as far as TV dinners go, I gotta admit that this one leaves me feeling pretty satisfied. I'm actually gonna finish this off camera while the other one is cooking. I'm very hungry and this entire video is my lunch. But sitting here next to an oven, it's very hot, especially with all these big muscles insulating me. So let's get started on our next meal and I'm gonna finish that over there somewhere. Fried chicken.
I think I'm going to the bathroom. Wanna go?
Yeah, sure. I don't really have to go, but I'll keep you company.
Where you ladies going?
You are what you eat. So make it a hungry man. With a full pound of meat and potatoes, you can eat like a man and be full like a man. Hungry man. It's good to be full.
Next up is classic fried chicken. Tender white and dark chicken portions with home-style mashed potatoes and sweet corn. Includes a chocolate brownie. I have a feeling that some of you are going to cheer the return of our good friend corn. Yes, magical, magical corn. I'm not quite sure what makes this a select. It says it's Hungry Man Selects, but I don't know, it's the same thing but with chicken. On the back here they have, they've got chicken and waffles, which it really doesn't look like chicken or a waffle. We may have to try that if we do another Hungry Man video. I'm nervous. All right, so we got frozen corn, we got the brownie, we got the potato, and here's the chicken. I don't know what it is about this frozen chicken, but it makes me nervous. And I'm not even a stranger to frozen chicken. Give me a Tyson chicken strip, hell yeah. I don't know if it's the color, like the batter looks very light. Maybe that's what it is. It must be select because of the portion. It does look like there's more chicken. It just looks like more food than the Salisbury steak. In fact, now that I look at it, if you compare the protein on the box, that's probably what it is. Holy shit. I just don't know. The batter just looks, I don't know, I feel like, it's probably what it is. Holy shit. I just don't know. The batter just looks, I don't know, I feel like, that looks weird, right? That looks strange. Well, I'm gonna admit, also look at all this crap in my brownie, dude. You got corn, you got chicken in my brownie. I could just move it by hand, but I want the full Hungry Man experience here. I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm worried that the oven is gonna catch this on fire. This being my totally real muscles, of course. I mean, you don't get this hot without being at least a little flammable, right? Seriously though, I hope this doesn't catch on fire and burn my skin off.
Hey, I want to show you something. Go ahead and skip this video if you don't like gadgets, but I'm a dad and I found the perfect one. When I was traveling on my last trip, I wish I had one of these. It's a drop-proof.
Well, I'm gonna go eat the rest of my sodium. Lunch, and then I'll be back when I'll be back when it's chicken time. I'm back, so let's check out some chicken reviews. This review is called They've Changed It by No Thappy. I have bought and enjoyed these for years, but recently they have cheapened them and they are now not worth the money. The chicken now tastes like an inferior grade and there are smaller, bony pieces instead of a few big, nice, meaty, nice meat pieces of
Meat.
I can't tell you how terrible the chicken tastes. Well, that sure makes me excited. No Thappy brings up a good point though. If you're nostalgic for Hungry Man meals, they might be a bit different than the Swanson meals that you remember. Campbell Soup sold the Swanson Frozen Meals brand in 1998 to a company now known as Pinnacle Foods, Inc. The chicken meal in particular seemed to have a bunch of comments talking about how it changed and how it's different than what they remember from back in the day. And none of them are saying that it changed for the better. It's all saying that it changed for the worse. So it probably means it's gonna be pretty delicious. Chicken time, chicken time. Chicken sounds pretty good. Looks pretty good too. I mean, there's that brownie. The chicken looks a little, I don't know, it looks a little bit better. Maybe not that part. This chicken is making me feel frightened. If there's one thing that Hungry Man definitely got right, it's the smell. If you were making this at home and someone walked in, people would think you were making fried chicken. Like actual fried chicken, not whatever this is. All right, let's start from the top up here. Mashed potatoes look pretty much the same. Let's stir it up a bit. That doesn't taste the same. Suspicious potatoes. I hereby declare my suspicion on the mash. It still tastes like fake mashed potatoes, but it is not as good as the Salisbury steak mashed potatoes. It obviously doesn't make any sense. I mean, surely they're the same mashed potatoes, right? Something